Hey there, Ian here, and thanks for joining me. If you are the most senior person in your organization, you're the managing director or the CEO or the managing partner, if you're the most senior person in the company, you have one leading indicator that's more important than any other. Remember, leading indicators are things that lead to results. Many people call them KPIs, key performance indicators. The results are lagging indicators, the outcomes of what you do as leading indicators. For example, if you want to run a marathon, if you want to run 42 kilometers, a marathon distance in under 4 hours, that is your lagging indicator, a marathon under 4 hours. But the leading indicators have to be what you do in training. How you eat, how you train, how you recover, your mental state. And if you do those things as leading indicators, you can get the lagging indicator, which is the result. So, if you're the most senior person in the company, what is your most important leading indicator that will allow you to get to the results? I'm going to suggest it is this one thing, and that is having the right people in the right place, doing the right things right. Having the right people on the team is crucial, and every good sports manager and every good team leader will always be looking at the mix of players he has on the team, and does he have the right players in the right spaces. Now, as you grow in your company, people will leave your company. Sometimes top performers will leave your company. And some of those reasons for leaving are perfectly okay. Life is like that. Some people will leave because they have a change in their personal circumstances. They'll get married, they'll have children, they'll move away, something changes in their life and they have to make a switch from working in your business or in your company. Some will find new opportunities that fit their ambitions and their goals and their styles better, and they'll want to leave. And lastly, some will no longer fit what the company is doing. So some people may have joined the company when it was starting, but now it's of a certain size and their role has to change. So they may be out of position for the company in its current size, so they might have to make a role switch as you grow. So for these reasons, people will be moving around inside the company. It's a bit like a football manager, making sure his players that are healthy are in the right place according to what match they're playing and what their goals are for the season. So, how do you make sure that you have the right people in the right place doing the right things? As a side note, I would recommend or encourage you to do away with job descriptions. Job descriptions, if you look at what someone actually does in the company on a day-to-day basis and look at someone's job description, the job description might be well written, but when you look at what someone actually does, it's got so much more than just what's on the job description. So, and the other thing with the job description is it's all based entirely on one thing, principally, and that is skill. But skill can be taught. So let's just park that to one side. Job descriptions are really becoming outdated in today's environment. Let's look at the top 4 ways that we recommend that you recruit for new people coming in, but also make sure that you've got the right people on the team right now. So here are the top 4. Number 1, will. The desire to do what's needed. If you have a strong desire, you can find ways and means to achieve your goals. So if someone does not have the will, the desire to do what's needed, it's extremely hard to train that person. when your strategy moves, when you have a different team makeup, when environments change. If someone has a strong will to succeed, they can adapt and do what's necessary to move forward. So number one is will. Know how to test for will with your existing staff and anyone joining you. And if someone says they have a strong desire, then look for evidence, look for what they've done in the past that demonstrates that will. Number two, values. Having someone with the same values as the company is really, really important. What is important to the company needs to be mostly important to someone else. If someone has a value disconnect, it's extremely hard for that person to perform at a high level if what's important to the individual is not what's important to the company, and vice versa. So again, if someone says, yes, I meet your values, they're important to me, then you want to look for evidence. What is it that demonstrates that these are important values to you? So, will, value match. Number three, results. There has to be some statement of what is required in results for that person in the next quarter, 6 months, 12 months. And again, if someone says, yep, I've achieved those sorts of results, there has to be some evidence that they've achieved it. Now, let's take two ends of the scale. If you're hiring a sales professional and you want them to increase revenues to 5 million for this year, and you look at what they've done before, they've never even got close to that level of sales in a similar role before. What is it that makes them think that they can deliver that result for your company when they've never got close to it before? The other end of the scale, let's say that you're hiring a fresh graduate. Of course, fresh graduates have maybe not got the depth of industry experience because they're graduates. But if you want someone to perform well for your company, there must be, or I recommend that you look for what they have achieved when they were in their field of study. What have they done to participate in projects outside the classroom? Have they volunteered? Have they done internships? How did those internships go? Look for reports from the companies that they worked at. What have they done in terms of projects external to the school? So there has to be some demonstration of their ability to achieve the kind of results that you would be looking for in your company. So lastly, skill. If they've got no skill at all in your field of enterprise, in what the company does, then you want to look at whether that person is going to be appropriate. Of course, if they have a strong desire, they have strong value match, they've achieved results in other areas, you might still want to take them on and train them in your way of doing things. But that last portion, number 4, is skill. When most people recruit for skill first, but if the other 3 are not in play, regardless of what skills they have, it's going to be very difficult for them to achieve results in your organization. So part the job descriptions, hire for will, values, results, and last is skill. And if you apply those to your new recruits, and also periodically apply those evaluations to your existing staff, you'll make sure that the most important leading indicator for your success is healthy and in place. Have the right people in the right place, doing the right things right. Get that right, and you'll see your results improve. I really hope that made sense, and I look forward to sharing with you again soon. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and we'll make sure you get more of this when we release it. Hey, take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Doing the right things right. And as we do that, there's a plane going over, there's a helicopter. Okay.